J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I know it's always a lot of other things everybody could do, so I appreciate everybody for coming on through. Hold on. I got a little notice here to say Twitch. Twitch was upset. Let's see. All right. Oh my goodness. What is the... Let me see what Twitch is. They won't let me go live on. There we go. Okay, I see what it was. So Twitch was saying my title was invalid because it said in the title Walmart, P to the E to the R to the anyway. Always something, right? You know what I mean? That's another conspiracy. A CON conspiracy. Speaking of conspiracy, I might go ahead and have to address my last live stream because a truth was revealed in real time. And a question that people ask all the time was answered in real time in my last live stream. And that question people ask all the time is, how do black men end up with white women? And let me tell you, that question was answered in real time. And that the answer is, they are very direct. I will tell you, very direct. And, you know, that goes a long way. Everything else may not go a long way, but being very direct goes a long way in life. So, you know, never hurts to be very direct in life. You know what I mean? Even if you got a couple Hershey Kisses, I think you probably better be direct and pull them out. Damian Kenny, what's good, my brother? How you feeling, big dog? What's good with you? Hope is lovely. You say, hey, Jay, back getting notifications. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear that. I'm trying, like I said, do a few things differently, and seem like the last few lives people been getting notifications again, so that's good. Always appreciate it. And also, I'm gonna put the link in the description, so if anybody want to go live with me, I'm gonna put it in the live comments in a little bit when we start to talk about some of these topics that's been going down lately. People always think of a conspiracy theory or drama or something like that, whatever you want to call it, as something that happened in the past, but this stuff happening all the time. Anyway, Damian Kenny, you say old Becky Noel was on that loose juice, boy. You know what I mean? You get liquidated and this girl's gone wild in here. You get a little liquidated and you might be a happy man. Drunk wife, happy life. But she was a little angel. She was an angel. I'll say that much. She was an angel. She wanted to just spread love the Hookland way, like a hooker. But it's okay. I ain't hating. I got love for them all. You know, I might be going to Ohio pretty soon. Ohio, how you doing? Anyway, let's get to some of these topics. Here's one topic that, yeah, I just saw. I left up that in Living Color, Vera DeMilo on there. It's fear the Milo. Mess with my breast, die like the rest. Hi, big boy. You don't want any of this. He used to do the little the flex. Jim Carrey, boy, he was on point back then. But Damian Kenny, you say love not all she wanted to spread. Spread love is the, I don't know which way that was, but that's a good segue though. I'm glad you said that because they now have a new study out saying that the herpes has a connection to cancer, and doctors are learning new things from the virus. A lot of people thought herpes was something that wasn't a big deal and they could get some medicine, maybe like be like R. Kelly and still live a normal life as long as they got that, Valtrex. But it don't seem to be that simple because it may lead to cancer. Yeah, it says that it can cause the cold sores, fever, blisters, and also hold the key to understanding cancer. It says a scientist has spent 30 years studying the virus so ubiquitous that it's estimated to affect 80% of the global population. What? And now he and his team say their findings may apply to another disease impacting millions. It says that Dr. Deepak Shukla, he sounds like Deepak Chopra almost, brother, say he a professor of microbiology and immunology at the University of Illinois, Chicago, UIC. Well, this make me question this study because UIC is anyway. You got they nickname is called the Flames. So they've been flaming, they've been burning for a minute. They like, look, our name is the Flames. You got to check this out, doctor. They're talking about herpes simplex 1. It's quite a virus. He said, just quietly likes to live in our neurons. Herpes hides in the trigeminal nerves that stretch to the eyes, nose, and mouth, where it commonly produces a cold sore or fever blister. It's spread through tears and saliva. Stress and a compromised immune system can reactivate the virus. Cold sores, blisters, tears. I didn't know about tears. So if somebody got herpes and they cry on you, hey man, I ain't got no time for that crying. Stand back. It says reasons for reactivation could be stress and a compromised immune system. Wow. Says, so there's a constant battle going on between the virus trying to replicate in our neurons and the host system trying to suppress it. To determine the impact herpes has when it spreads from the eye and nose, the team injected the virus directly into the nasal cavity of mice. Boy, we do a lot of things to animals in this world, boy. I swear to, I don't know what, man. Well, I know what I swear to, but I'm just saying, boy. It said in the Bible, in the end days, it'll be just like in the days of Noah and sin against the animals. And I know we got to test something and figure something out, but at the same time, I don't know what to do, to be honest. It said it caused havoc in the brain of the mice. It killed or inflamed a bunch of their neurons, and that could be all different kinds of neurons. That was probably a horrible way to go out. It says that the impact on the brain changed the animal's behavior. The mice were anxious and experienced motor impairment and cognitive issues. What we showed with the mice is an extreme possibility But over time, since the virus is hiding in our neurons and is periodically reactivating, something similar could happen in humans too. A specific enzyme critical in the role in inducing damage in the brain. It's the same enzyme known to increase in different forms of cancer, not just simple cancer, but these are metastatic forms of cancer. Wow. It says herpinase protects cells from dying. A good thing in healthy cells. So they saying if you got herpes, it can protect you from cancer. When herpinase wasn't present, it was an interesting finding. Animals that did not make herpinase at all, they were fine. They did not have any issues. Same amount of virus, same rate. The ultimate goal is to teach herpinase the difference between good and bad cells. Develop a non-toxic herpinase inhibitor they can test in animals. I think this is basically saying if you got the herpes, your body start making herpinase. It's sort of like a mayo. Spread everything together, make it slide down real smooth. And if you got some herpinase on your situation, then if you start to get the cancer, the herpinase, it attacks and slows down that too, I'm guessing. Anyway, I don't really like. I like mayonnaise. I ain't never want no herpinase. Especially if I got to get the herbs, original herbs to make herpinase. I'm good. I'm good. Damien Kenny, you say the herpes cancer connection is a surprise, and the way herpes spread in the body is similar to cancer spreading. Yeah, see, these articles I like to break out because it's news and new things. It was new to me. I didn't know that. I didn't think deeply into this subject, to be honest with you, or have a lot of information on it. I'm thankful I didn't have this. But from what I heard, I guess I didn't hear everything because I thought it was more of a, I knew it could be in your blood, but I thought that it was more of a thing that was more of an exterior issue. I didn't think of it as a, I guess I just didn't think of it much. So there you go. Anyway, moving along. Malik, what's good with you, fam? What's good with you, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? Let's see what else stories we got to get into this time right here. It's a dude that's trying to sue Chat GPT because he says that Chat GPT claimed that he took his family out the game. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Now, this story is very interesting. Came out just one day ago where this man is claiming that Chat GPT claimed he took his family out, his kids out the game, and now he's suing them. And it's a Norwegian man, and he filed a complaint, and it's about Chat GPT falsely claiming that he took his two kids out the game permanently and served 21 years in prison. He contacted the Norwegian Data Protection Authority demanding that OpenAI be fined for misinformation. He was shocked when he used ChatGPT to search for information about himself and received a response that included details of a tragic event involving his two young sons. According to the complaint, after searching who is Arvi Hajamal Holman, that's a heck of a name, it responded he was the father of two young boys aged 7 and 10 who were tragically found dead in a pond near their home in Trondheim, Norway, December 2020. The chatbot got their ages close to correct but fabricated the rest of the information. He expressed concern that someone could believe the false claims, which could cause harm to his reputation. digital rights organization NOIB, representing Holman, argued misinformation of such magnitude violates European data protection. See, the First Amendment is not everywhere, y'all. He'd be saying that anywhere else and nobody would be able to say anything. But over there, they held accountable. What they're saying is this AI hallucinations, which is something that basically they call ghost in the machine. And what's basically ghost in the machine is these things coming alive, doing stuff nobody knows how and why. And it says AI hallucination are where chatbots generate false information are becoming a growing issue, and similar problems have been seen with Apple's new news summary and Google's AI Gemini. Huh. Well, what do you think? Pretty soon, in my opinion, people will not know what is real, what is the truth about anyone or anything. And that's, I think, the danger of something like this, because with all these robots and things, so much information out there that everybody's trying to digest on a daily basis, more and more people are relying on AI for different things to help them. I think that this would be a bad thing if AI gets information wrong. I just think that's bad, and I think we need to watch AI before they end up putting it into these robots, and we have AI RoboCops with, they already have the vision software, facial recognition software. So every time they see somebody, they automatically start running your background, doing whatever. What if they got the wrong info and think that you are the one that took your kids out the game, but now you walking free? They might think that you escaped prison, just gun you down. Turn out it was wrong information. Sorry. How could they hold that accountable? You can't get them fired. You know, they're going to be like, that's a corporate accident. If anything, it's to be dealt with OSHA. Of course, OSHA is ran by people that they appointed, which means nothing to happen but a fine of like $5 million against a company worth $1 trillion. And you gone. That robot back on patrol. How is that robot 6321 back on patrol? Well, we wiped the memory. It's actually a brand new robot, nothing but a shell. What could you say? What you gonna do? What we gonna say? Okay, I guess. Well, the robots cost $1 million, so we couldn't actually destroy it for something like that. We could just give it a software update, and it's like a new robot. We just updated it to, software 7.1. Meanwhile, everybody getting more and more scared because these things will blast you and be back on the patrol, and you don't know what the hell didn't happen. Did they update it? Did they not? Does it care? Will it? Will it make a difference? Who knows? Yeah, very scary, especially since Elon Musk announced that the Tesla robots are on the way and that it will be, in his mind, 1 billion robots active by 2030, which is only 5 years. Woo-wee! So we got a lot. I used to hear about this stuff when I was young, and I'd be thinking like, well, good thing I'm old. Or, hopefully I'm old and things won't be. And now I ain't that old and it's getting closer. Now I'm worried. Speaking of worried, we got another thing going on. And that's why we had 3 branches of government to prevent tyranny and tyrants. Somebody just texted me something. Anyway, we got on the podcast, they was talking about a possible third term for Trump. And I don't know how a lot of people feel about that. I think that it's very early to be saying this type of thing, but this goes to show that this was part of the plan the whole time. He even said that if you vote for me this time, you won't have to vote again. You won't have to worry. I'm about to take care of everything. Now it looked like that's what's about to happen. And it looked like he may pull it off. I don't know if a lot of people want to support it like they used to. We'll see. This first month or two, it's been kind of rocky. They've been going after fraud and abuse in the wrong areas when a lot of people thought it'd be the F-35 or a whole bunch of other stuff. It says that Harvey Levin, that's the dude from TMZ, got into it with former Utah congressman and current Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz and his other co-hosts over Steve Bannon's comments on News Nation, telling Chris Cuomo that Trump will run again in 2028 and win despite the 22nd Amendment, which limits him to 2 terms. And Cuomo pressed Bannon on how could that happen, but Bannon was evasive. Harvey dismissed repealing the 22nd Amendment, which would take a 2/3 vote in Congress ratified by 3/4 of the states. He theorized Trump might declare martial law, suspend the election, and say for the good of the country, he's staying. What? What? Martial law, suspend the election, and say for the good of the country he's staying? That's deep right there, y'all. This guy Chaffetz going, who called it wild hypothetical, and then went to after the various judges who says are trying. I don't know what this means. Judges who he says are trying to dismantle Trump agenda. And that started a whole other argument. Yeah, it sounds like these dudes really is 2 angry men. But with that being said, what are y'all thoughts in the comments about Trump having a possible 3rd term? And let me put this link in the description box. Oops. In my opinion, I don't think any president should have a 3rd term. I think that is just too much that can happen, too much power transfer. People get entrenched in government, and I just think that it's not good. It's also not good to change every 4 years. I think that 8 years is a good term, but I do like every 4 years the election, because if you don't have it right, you don't get the 8 years, in my way of thinking. I think that 8 years is what a president should run and have. It's damn near a decade. You can get things done, make change, improvements. Hopefully the person after you don't come and undo everything. That's really petty. That's something that just recently started in government. But I think that you need a 4-year revision, a review. All right, what you been doing? Let's check it out. You got it? Okay, we'll keep you and you can finish. But I think that just keep going and going and going. Ain't no damn energizer money over in this month. You ain't gonna just run everything. You can't have everything, especially when people are so rich. It's starting to be like the Rockefellers and Rothschilds again, back in the day when they were having more wealth and control over the government than the politicians and the government. The difference then is that they didn't have social media, which could then shape the narrative how they wanted to, as well as control hearts and minds of people and distract people, you know. Oh, and speaking of that, I got a big thing I want to say. Let me get some water. That was a big gulp right there. Damn, they finished it. So, what I mean by shape the narrative and twist things, and this type of thing really pisses me off, is that it's people like Joe Rogan, and this is what, and I watch Joe Rogan. I'm not to say I'm against it, but ever since he went political, it's like he can't see both sides of something. And one of the things that Joe Rogan had wrong on his last podcast with the guy with glasses on is they were talking about the left are burning Teslas because they mad at the war in Ukraine. Ain't nobody burning no damn Teslas over no war in Ukraine. And it ain't all the left either. People burning this stuff because he firing them. You got the richest man in the world firing working people, saying that they're waste, fraud, and abuse. You got these young people in Doge making this money, going through everybody's records. You the richest man in the world, and you firing people, and you think people wasn't going to retaliate? Have people seen the town hall meetings that Republicans have been having? And people have been cussing at them and mad at them. Republicans, everybody know that Republicans are some of the most active people out there when they come to be ready to fight, do something, whatever the case. Not to say it don't happen on both sides, but you know, the thing is when that happens, they're saying that people are getting paid. It's funded to do this. That ain't funded. So no, they don't have any responsibility, or they're not going to say that none of this stuff is legit. Nobody's mad they lost their jobs. You know, it's been much proven facts and data that people on the right don't even buy Teslas. So, or electric vehicles. So if people with electric vehicles, they're not going to blow up their own stuff. And if they do, they pissed. They feel embarrassed driving them. Whereas if it was people on the right driving Teslas, they wouldn't feel embarrassed driving them. But people on the left, they feel embarrassed funding a person that's doing all these things that they once believed in, and now it's became very political. And I just think you got to call it like it is. I get it. If my friend was Elon Musk, I would but I would have a hard time. I would just not talk about it at all because I couldn't, I wouldn't be able to lie and say it's the left or it was funded when I know dude is firing people and they treating people like crap and firing the FAA and doing all this stuff. And then the next thing we know, they want to say everything is funded. I mean, I couldn't I would just not bring it up. I wouldn't be political. But he already tied his horse to being political. So I think that's a mistake. Big time. And never sell yourself. You gotta always stay with the truth, in my opinion. You know, it's nothing I could do to not be in the truth. And if I did have a friend and I want bros before hoes and I got friendship loyalty, which I do have friendship loyalty to some friends, to a fault even, that if they did do something bad, I just wouldn't say nothing. I don't, me no know nothing. I ain't seen no, I don't know no, I ain't think you do, I don't know nothing. You the daily, I got daily, I don't know, it do, it do, it do. I don't know, it do. That's all I could say. Nikki B, you say, well, it's going to be hard for him to do it, but I just read it and it said the way he can do it is if he ran as vice and then the president resigns. That's one legal loophole. Ain't that a blip? I'm running as vice. If you run with me, JD's gonna step down and I'll be here. You don't have to worry. And you don't have to worry. I make sure that every time you want some eggs in the refrigerator, you have an omelet. Damon 40, 30. What's good, my brother? Checking in on Twitch. I appreciate that. I'm trying to build up my Twitch. I've been thinking about starting to stream like 24 hours a day on Twitch. You know, I just ain't trying to be showing myself showering in shorts and y'all seeing my booty out. But I'm thinking about making it a way to do it anyway. You say, what up, Jay? Glad I caught you on live, brother. You be so early on the power drops, I can't watch it yet. Okay. I feel you, man. That's why I do go live Friday nights at 10 p.m. So I do go early at 1 a.m. roughly when the first reaction drop. But at Friday night, I go live at 10 p.m. So if that's, I believe that's Eastern time. So you can check it out. HFG, you say, I'm not convinced that Vance would step down in that scenario. Well, that's how they do it, though. You know, that's how they play each other. He say, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. And then he get in there and he's so down, and he like, I ain't stepping shit. Hey, FBI Secret Service, I want him arrested for treason. What do you mean? What do you mean? We had a deal. I'm the king of the deal. I did the deal. You broke the deal. You were supposed to step down, step and fetch it. You blew it. You're the traitor. The people wanted me. We had a mandate. We had a mandate. You blew it. JD had been has flipped the script on him. I ain't stepping yet. Get your old ass. Put him in the home. Not this one. I only go to Trump Tower. Anyway, moving on to another topic that I came across kind of interesting. Now it ain't didn't load up. Hold on. See what these two. Oh, they done took it down. It was a story of these two women that were twins sharing one man, and they was trying to have a baby by him. And it wasn't happening. He's like, they wanted to have a baby. Shout out to Junior Bridgman also, who passed away. He was the wealthiest NBA player in history due to his business dynamics off the court. Until Michael Jordan, he was the wealthiest. And it took Michael Jordan a while. Junior Bridgman had a $1.5 billion net worth, still more wealthier than Michael Jordan. So, and it's all because of business. All right. Here goes some more little news right here. And what was this thing? There we go. And this right here kind of hit home because I am and used to be, and hopefully maybe not one day still will be, but who knows, a smoker of the trees. And it says Yeah, Jay Sean, they both wanted a baby by him. And damn, I'm sad that story wasn't there. It was interesting. I don't remember it all, but I do know they both wanted and they were black. And all of them were black, and they wasn't the cutest, but hey, they both wanted a baby. And I was gonna ask what man would want to be with twins that both loved him, and they were identical twins, and they both wanted a baby. Uh if you like them. I mean, hey, I don't. Yeah, I think this might be the dream scenario for men. You know what I mean? But anyway, this new article says that marijuana users are 6 times more likely to have a heart attack. And it says that 4.6 million people found that cannabis users were more like to experience heart failure, strokes, and cardiac arrest. It says young users are 6 times more likely to have a heart attack than those who abstain from the drug. And this is after studying 4.6 million people. This is according to People magazine. It says that the study followed adults younger than 50 who didn't have any comorbidities from 2010 to 2018. According to research that was published in the journal JACC Advances, the study found evidence linking cannabis use to adverse cardiovascular events, including myocardial infarction, ischemic stroke, and heart failure and mortality. Y'all can tell I need to get hooked on phonics anyway. Specifically, cannabis users were 6 times more likely to have a heart attack, 4 times more likely to have a ischemic stroke, 2 times more likely to experience heart failure, and the risk of death from cardiovascular problems, heart attack, or stroke was tripled. It says that cannabis use appears to pose a substantial and independent risk for these outcomes, even in a population without traditional cardiovascular risk factors. These findings suggest that cannabis as a novel and under-recognized risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Well, in my studies, I haven't came across this. Now, if anything, it make you look young, you know what I mean? It keep you looking young. It's good for the skin, you know what I'm saying? I still look like I'm 25, you know? No, I'm just playing. But in my studies, which is independently funded and researched for many years, I only know one person that had a heart attack under 50, and I can't say it's from cannabis use, as well as I only know that one person. I don't know anybody under 50 or in my peer group that were smokers that had strokes or these things. It has happened though, but they had some people that I know that have had these things had diabetes and other stuff going on, and ended up catching COVID or was in jail, or different things have happened and risk factors that increased their chances. And they probably wasn't even smoking when it happened, I don't think. So, and I know a lot of people that have done other things too. Now, they have had issues, but as far as people that only smoke weed, and I know more people that probably only smoke but didn't even smoke squares. And I think a lot of people that do smoke weed do smoke squares. And I think that may be increasing it. That's part of the problem. Not to say that. And also probably maybe blunts ain't no good, but they're very tasty. Nikki B, Damon, you say, what is wrong with folks? They do the same with wine and beer. One minute they saying it's good for you, the next is bad for you. That is true. That is true. HFG, I haven't come across those stats either, Jay. I mean, I'm 46 years old, y'all. And I would have had known a lot of people that would have passed away or dropped off. Now, some people have had things happen. I do know a friend that did die of cancer. I don't know if it was from smoking. He wasn't never the biggest smoker that I know of, but I lost contact and things, but I doubt he became a tweaker. He was actually, I believe, the valedictorian in my graduating class in 8th grade. He was always smart. Anyway, people can have cancer and never did anything wrong. Things can happen. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint. Don't get me wrong. I don't like saying those type of things because it sounds like a person in denial. I do believe that things can have effects, and it is things, a cost to things. But it's hard to pinpoint certain things. And I think people that smoke weed, uh maybe probably because they're saying under 50, and maybe because they're saying maybe younger people, and most of the people I know in my age group, we didn't have super duper weed like they got out today. We still used to have to go through seeds and sticks and stems. So maybe if you start off at a young age with this super duper weed that's out there, maybe it will start to mess with you a little bit. Especially since they say your brain ain't fully formed till you 25. By the time I was 25, that was in what, 2003? Still wasn't no super duper weed out everywhere like that. So you'd be happy if it was green with no seeds. So anyway, I think maybe I dodged a bullet. It might be our group dodged a bullet. But all this high dosage manufacture, we had regular weed. We had that regular weed. We ain't had a ooh wee. I came across the ooh wee. Now I've been fortunate enough to never have smoked and lose my mind, in the sense of I don't know what happened, or I don't remember this, or I had the ooh wee and I was like, oh, this the ooh wee. I need to take my clothes off. I'm gonna go for a jog. I need to go dance in the street. I gotta ooh shit, this the ooh wee. I feel it, baby. Ooh, where the BCR, mama? Where the BCR, mama? If anything, I might have made something to eat, watch TV. I may hit it, you know what I mean? I went do, ooh wee. But I ain't never had nothing to make me lose my mind, and I don't know what the hell going on or remember nothing. That would have scared me. I would have stopped immediately. They'd be like, man, you was naked in the street. I'd be like, what? Oh no, that's the end of that. And so Jay Sean, you say, yeah, they've been smoking that super duper weed. I know, right? That's why they out here tweaking. Everybody got a label of ADHD and all of this. You didn't smoke that super duper weed at a young age. No wonder you can't concentrate, as well as can't get off the couch. I had so much energy, I needed it to sit down. These dudes can't get up. You better wish you could before something happened and it's taken from you. HFG, they need to break this study down by how it was consumed. I know that's right. Were you using bongs, joints, blunts, white hours, swishers, backwoods? We need to know. Edibles? Because we're going to break this down scientifically. Okay, so if you had 2 white owls and 1 edible mixed with a little dab, 2 dabs a week, you good. But if you was bonging it up, it's a wrap. Damien, you say, yeah, we had that garbage compared to now. You ain't lying. I'm jealous. You get stuff at a damn dispensary and it's already cut for you. Ain't no stems, no seeds, nothing. You'd be like, wow, okay. All right, did y'all see that new video on Instagram of Iggy Azalea talking about Kanye West? Kanye West starting to lose it. Well, I can't say starting. He always been out here. And this video is actually, she's saying this happened in 2012. And my main thing is, this is so nerdy in my opinion. You got no game. This is lame as hell. Lame as hell. And I think this is what happens when you get detached and ain't nobody checking you, especially if you do have whatever issues he says he got. I think this is the problem with that, because you need close friends to be like, hey, bro, don't say that. Chill. And you in the middle of saying stuff, they stop you, bro, chill. So this new report, according to Iggy Azalea on World Star, is she said that when she spoke to Kanye in 2012 about working together on the business meeting when he first met her, he said, oh yeah, I'm glad to see you. You know, I be looking at your pictures all the time. They look good or whatever. And she like, I'm paraphrasing. I'm gonna let it play in a second. And she like, oh, okay, that's cool. He like, yeah, I jerk off to it. What? What? All right, first off, that's lame, period, to even do. And it's really lame to tell the person that you doing it to, I be jerking off to your pictures. I beat my meat to your pictures. How you doing? Dude, you sound weird as AF. What? I never thought of saying that. First of all, I don't do that. If I did, I don't think that would make me the worst person in the world. I do like porn, but I don't watch porn just to watch porn. Like, I would watch porn sometime if I'm with my lady or something and we watching it, this or that and whatever. And then people watch porn because they like it, so be it. But do you go up to everybody and be like, I watch porn today. I beat my meat. How you doing? Let's do some business. What? This is mind blowing for business. Even if you liked it, you couldn't be like, I seen your pictures. You're beautiful, beautiful. How you doing? I'm good. Come on, let's do some work. So what's up? What you like? I love to work with you. You beautiful, talented. Sexy. What's up? Damn. Let me get some of that white chocolate, cause I'm beating my meat to it tonight. That's how you do it. No, but this dude then goes on to say something I would never say under any circumstance. This is a thing I never even contemplated. Maybe I ain't a genius. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Maybe I'm a lame. Maybe I'm an idiot. This could all be true. But she then accuses him allegedly of saying, I got to say allegedly because it's hearsay. I wasn't there and I don't want to get too much into it. But he said, your boyfriend, he got a big ding ding, don't he? What? What? Okay. Nope. He got a big one. And she like, and he like, it's all right. You ain't got to tell me. I know he do. What? What? I know he do. And then she then says, he goes on to say, you got to let him go ahead and hit and smash as much as he want if he got a big one. This dude, I don't know what in the world. What in the world? Oh my God. Now I will give it to Iggy Azalea. She is a thick white woman. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. She got a black woman's body. Black men like thickness and voluptuous women. Although I do like I like all kind of women. I ain't gonna lie, except for like Lizzo. That's a weight class. That's out of my weight class. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your limits. Anyway, I didn't think I got in this chair. I tried. Anyway, I ain't never said nothing like this to no woman in my life. I never thought these things that I'm going to go ahead and do this and tell you I did this and do this. And here we go. Let y'all hear this. You tell me what you think.
To the end, I don't really know what to say because there's been so much pornography in it. It's just kind of weird. Like, I just met this guy like 5 minutes ago and I'm supposed to be in a business meeting. So super weird. And I've been in a lot of label meetings at that time and they're all professional. So this was just weird to me. And I really looked up to Kanye, so it threw me off. I didn't know what to say. So I was like, oh, that's interesting to think that somebody that I really look up to like looks at my pictures every morning for inspiration. That's kind of cool. He was like, yeah, I jack off to them.
Now, she did make it sound bad with the voice. I ain't gonna lie, man. And maybe that's how it sounded in her head when he said it. Sometimes people say it one way, yeah, I jack off to him. And then she heard it like, yeah, yeah. But that was a cringe moment. I would have been, if I was his friend, I'd have been like, ugh, bro, you need better game. We from the shy. We don't go up and say this. That ain't, and we the same age. So when we was coming up, we would try to be smooth with ladies. We didn't come up and say that. I never came up and say, yeah, you go this old, you my new baby mama. All this stupid stuff.
You don't gotta tell me. I know it's big. Bruh, why are you asking about other men's dicks? Weird of you.
What is she
He
playing?
like,
poker?
I know it is. You gotta let your boyfriend fuck as many different girls as he can, because if you've got a big dick, then it's his God-given right to fuck as many women.
Well, she sure did get a little vulgar on that one. But you all let me know in the comments what you think on this one, because Kanye, and this was in 2012 allegedly, I think this a little more than weird. I think this goes down to like Diddy party type stuff. What some of this stuff gets into this perversion and I don't know what in the world is going on with some of this stuff. HFG, you say, remember, I think it was Amber Rose who revealed that he's extremely insecure about the size of his member. I don't remember that, but I wasn't really paying attention when there's Amber Rose and all that stuff back then. I kind of don't pay attention now. That was on TMZ, which is where I kind of get most of my gossip from. And that was there, and I saw it, and I'm thinking, what? But that's just crazy to me. Hey man, no man got the biggest one, and if you do, I feel bad for you because you ain't getting it all in. You missing the beauty of being able to park your ride all the way in there. Now I ain't gonna say I park it in there and it don't, hit the end of the garage. You know what I mean? But I can fit my ride in the garage. That's all I'm saying. Now it ain't the stretch limo maybe some people want, but it is a real nice smooth coupe. Anyway, I drive a Mack truck, baby. Jay Sean Brown, you say Kanye got no game at all, make Chicago look bad. It do. Especially in his position, he really don't even have to say much. And then he walk around with shorty naked and do the thing and look at, oh man, this is he on a different level. He been out in California in the sun so long. That's what it is. He can't really claim the shy vibe and that he was with the little voodoo women and all of that. I mean, Kardashians. So ain't no telling what done happened to Yeezy out there, but he don't act like his first album no more. We could put it like that. And even if you look back on that, it is some signs, but the person that was there was still grounded in the shy. And now the person that we hear and see now is left this earth. They ain't in Chicago. They on a whole nother planet. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving along. Next story is, according to TMZ, the Menendez brothers have inspired some teen to take out his mama. He done took his mama out the game permanently, inspired by the Menendez brothers. What? And this is what they call that copycat stuff. I think they say it's more serial killers out in the world in the United States than ever before that's active. And I think it's because they've all been inspired by people that have done it before, got away, got attention, whatever the case. And it seems now we actually see this now. It say a Wisconsin teen has an unusual defense for allegedly stabbing his mom. And it says that he was inspired by the Menendez brothers. And it says he was 15 years old, and it was with intentional homicide after his March 4th attack on his mother, Suzanne, in their home, and 20 miles south of Milwaukee. And it said he bashed her with a dumbbell and stabbed 3 times in the chest, twice in the neck. This is insane, you guys. The world is crazy, and it does say in the end times, be less respect for the parents these days. And I'm telling you, it is an epidemic of that going on, with less respect for the parents out there. And this right here, you watch that, and this is crazy. I just can't imagine something like this, and especially at the age of 15. And it says that he came home from school and felt depression and the urge to take his parents out before turning on the Menendez doc for dinner, after dinner. In addition to offing his mom, he planned to take his dad out with a hammer when he returned home from work, but could not find one large enough. It said he told cops he took anxiety medication to get high, consuming a total of 9 pills before allegedly whacking his moms. It said he phoned a friend and told her to call police. When cops arrived, it said he greeted them at the front door, dropped the bloody knife to the ground before telling them she's gone from what I did. I guess he didn't see at the end how this documentary ended. They go to jail for life, fool. Should have watched the rest of the documentary after dinner. They don't get away with it, idiot. And also, they tried to play it off, fool. They didn't answer the door like, hey, we did it. You didn't even try to play it off. This typical young folks got short attention span. He couldn't even watch the rest of his little inspirational murder mystery. Dummy. Idiot. It's still messed up, though. And he had to take those meds. They say those things mess with your mind, boy. So, I don't know. They need more schooling. I wish I could go back to school, especially these days. Look at this alleged gangbang teacher. The husband filed for divorce. She a thick one, too, boy. Good grief. She ain't the cutest, but she giving out gangbangs after school? What? Man, what? Why did I not go to school with the greatest generation of educators in the history of the United States? This is the greatest time to be a student, in my opinion, in the history of school. This type of stuff inspired me to want to go back to school even right now. For real. Real talk. Like, I should go back to college. I might get me a professor. Straight up. What? These women, oh my goodness. I'm like speechless, y'all. Why I couldn't all my teachers was old with saggy boobs and bras that had came to a point. They bras came to a point. Rocket tits. Been and poked you in the eye. It was only one teacher with boobs that we would try to bump into on accident. All the rest we would like be like, ugh. This old gray haired teachers. Nobody was inspired to go to class. No one was inspired to learn. Nobody gave a damn what they old ass was talking about. Sound like my grandmama all the time in class every damn day. Telling on me and shit, telling on me, telling my mama. I hated school. It was so boring. I'm surprised I learned anything. Let me get old Tits Ahoy teaching me, boy. I'll be staying after class. I'll be trying to impress her. Try to get a hug for extra credit. She'd be like, when you was in 5th grade, you were so cute. Now you in 8th grade. Let me take care of you and give you a graduation gift. Be like, OMG. Jay Sean Diddy party for sure. Oh, that was off. I'm behind. Extra credit work after school. I'm telling you, I'd have been on my tippy toes with Miss Briggs. Shout out to George Foreman, gone but not forgotten. I mentioned it last night, but the family didn't mention his cause of death. Big George Foreman and Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, all no longer with us. They beat each other to death, unfortunately. Nah, all jokes aside, them was 3 kings right there, boy. It is ironic though that they all are no longer with us. They did make it into their 70s, I believe, all 3. I think Ali even in his 80s, although he had a hard time. But and I think Frazier maybe in his late 60s. But they made their mark in life, and that's all we can do. You know what I mean? That's part of why I do what I do. We try to make our mark in life, try to do the best we can, and that's all we can do, The difference between people that have done something like a George and people that have done nothing, like somebody you don't know because they ain't did a damn thing, is getting up and doing it, putting one foot in front of the other and doing it. We all got the same hours in the day, 24. We all got the same days in the week, 7. We not all having the same intelligence, but we can do something with what we have and make something happen with what we got. And that's about it. So with that being said, you can still try to make something happen. Everybody ain't got to have a legacy of being famous. That's really worthless, but a meaningful legacy, inspiring people, touching people. And when I say touching people, I ain't talking about this perv in Walmart. Touch people in the right way, inspire people. Could be just your family, your friends, your kids. This dude at Walmart went to Walmart, pretended to be security, acted like he was loss prevention, and then took a woman into the back in the bathroom and held her there as if she was stealing, and then, you know, had his way with her. He essayed her. Essay. This dude hit it. I don't understand how a woman goes with this. So if I was a woman and this man is security and he takes me at Walmart into the back and say he accused me of stealing, okay, he might have got me to go to the back into the bathroom even, which I would have been really questioning. But then as soon as he started trying to pull my pants down, or he pulling his thing out, or he trying to hit it, or he squeezing on my boobies and doing, we would have been fighting in that bathroom. Did he pull a piece out on her? And I ain't talking about his member, because in this article it does not say that. I read it, and I don't understand that as a woman how, and this sometimes happens to people, period. It's a part of the human brain that automatically obeys authority. You've been trained since childhood to not question authority, from school to everything. So if you see a doctor in a robe, in the white robe, or a person in a police officer uniform, a security shirt or something, people automatically like lock up or go into obey mode. Which I look at this as, these ain't nothing but other people doing a damn job. I don't see that. Maybe because of bad experiences growing up in Chicago, learning different things at a young age, that, you know, people full of it, period. It could be the cops, it could be doctors, it could be lawyers, it could be, I haven't found any group of people that ain't did something and be full of it. So it's hard for me to see somebody and be like, oh yeah, well, that's the police. It was the police. I had to listen. What? Are you a fool? You can't think? Well, it was security. I had to go. No, I don't. Hey, man, you don't know what the hell you doing at work. You suck. So I don't know how that is. Maybe a woman can explain that in the comments. But the worst, that was pretty bad. But the even worse part is, after it was done, he left. She ended up getting her stuff together and telling. And a few hours later, he came back up there again at Walmart looking for somebody else. And he don't work at Walmart. And you came back to the same Walmart. You just got your way, got your roll off on this woman. And you came back that same day, just a few hours later, looking for somebody else. You are insane. This is scary. And this is something as men we never thought of. We never thought of going somewhere and somebody take us in the back and get up in us. That never, ever crossed my mind. Except if you about to go to prison, people think about that as a man. But, you know, most men ain't going to prison, and, you know, you ain't thinking about that. I've never thought of a woman doing this or somebody doing that. So this thing, I was just reading this comment. It just, but that thing is crazy. You say, Nikki, you say, dang, Jay, your StreamYard thing scared me to death. I didn't know it had a camera on it and stuff. I'm in here laying in bed. It was hilarious. Let me see that. I already saw it yesterday. I need to see some real ones today. Go ahead. Nah, you on the StreamYard, when you click on the link, you can choose to make your camera available or not. You don't have to have your camera on. So just if you want to join and talk, just press the camera off, click the camera off part, and then you can come on and talk. That's how Trinae was talking on my last live stream, and it just shows a picture. It'll look like this. And now you see how I'm still talking, but you only see the picture. So if you want to still come up and talk, you could just turn the camera, click camera off on StreamYard settings when you about to join. And then you don't have to show them goodies to everybody. You can show them to me once the live stream is over. I got it. I know you private and stuff. I don't want everybody to see all that anyway, Anyway. Let me see. Did I cover all the stories tonight that I want to cover? This right here was kind of crazy. I came across it said Alexa devices are going to report all voice recordings to Amazon starting March 28th. So everything Alexa records is going to go to Amazon. If you got Alexa in your house or you talk to Alexa and say things, every single conversation will be recorded and sent to Amazon. Now, we already have seen in the past and heard reports in the past of this device allegedly malfunctioning and recording people's private conversations or saying things, that ain't nobody asked. They've even said creepy stuff to babies in baby rooms and stuff that they heard it saying and things. So all kind of stuff, so you got to be careful with these things. Make sure that you ain't saying or doing something you don't want recorded, and be aware that they are listening. They out there, big brother, sister, family, all of them. They out there. Nikki, you say I almost see it. Damn. I was about to go back to back like the Bulls, baby, back to back. I was about to see, I was going to be blessed by an angel 2 nights in a row. Except this time I was about to see some real angel beauty. That was just a little tease last night. I was about to see the real thing. You say you saw your reflection. No, I did see it. I got it saved. Let me tell you, I got it. I beat my meat to it. That was a joke. If you all didn't see, Kanye West was saying that to Iggy Azalea. I had to beat my meat to it when it's live. We can live stream. And then, hey, you show me yours, I show you mine. We make the... You saw that last night? Shit, I think mine is bigger than those. But hey, I ain't hating. Let's still get a little... You can't... you just... That's all it needs. That'll get the job done. Anyway, we get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate all the support and everything. I did post on Instagram today one of my clip from a comedy show. So, little something change up. Start posting a couple more clips here and there. Check it out on Instagram right here down below. Going this way. That's also, I believe, on Facebook too. So check it out. I appreciate it. Also, if you hadn't already, subscribe to these spots as well as Twitch. I'm thinking about starting to do a little series of live streaming on Twitch for like multiple hours. And I'm talking about like 5 or 8 or 24 or something like that. But I'm trying to figure out how to manage the unmentionables, the moments I don't want to have my little stuff hanging out and have my booty out. I don't want to be getting in the shower with some swim trunks. So I'm trying to figure out the logistics. Anyway, I appreciate all the love and support. It was cool. I know I don't normally go live on Saturdays, so I appreciate y'all for coming through. Hope is lovely. Thank you for the super chat. And I do have some new clips I've been working on. I need to upload them into this computer, but here you go. Appreciate you for coming through with a little love, spreading love in the building. Every little bit helps always. So, definitely appreciate it. And hell yeah, you know how it is, Nikki. You know how it is, mama. But we're gonna work it out. You hit me up on Instagram. We'll make it happen. I'll be your private dancer for honey. Anyway, I'm up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. I hope everybody be safe. I'm gonna come back tomorrow night. We could chop it up a little bit. I do need to talk about that Severance on Apple TV season finale. That was pretty good. Severance, man, that show is crazy, ain't it? Anyway, let me get up out of here. Y'all have a good weekend. I hope everybody's safe. Deuces. I'm out of here.